Hello, my name is Destro168 and I'm the creator of FC Bans. FC Bans is a server moderation toolkit that provides the commands mute, kick, ban, warn, and freeze, all the while coupling them with an automatically managed punishment history system. To help me test this out on my server, I'm accompanied by Okul1. Hi Okul.
Hey.
Hello. And so he's going to be our test dummy for this demonstration. So we're going to go ahead and just jump right into it on my server. Basically, you want to type FC Bans to see the help. And again, since I'm doing this on my server, just ignore all the messages that pop up about the server. There's going to be broadcasts, people might talk or join. Just ignore those. So we're just going to go down the list on both help pages. So as you can see, the first command is FC Bans 2, which is to see the second help page. And we'll just go over that later. The first real command is check Okul1. Well, check name, and I'm going to use Okul1 since he's our test dummy. And as you can see, it just shows that his warning level is 0. He's not banned, not muted, frozen. And I'll tell more about the warning level later. So the second command is kick name reason 1, reason 2. And the reason 1s are just to show you that you can put a reason there. So we're going to kick Okul1, and the reason is going to be I like pie. And so he's just been kicked from the game, and as you can see it broadcasts, and you're able to change that through the configuration setting or another command, which I'll show in a second once we get that far. And also it shows his warning level, and the warning level is just basically an indication of how naughty a person's been, how many warnings they have had, and it directly correlates to the types of punishments and the length of punishments they've received. And as you can also see, it recorded that it's a kick, who gave the punishment, and the reason. So we're going to go back onto the list, and you can just see that the next command on the list is the ban command. And so what's important about the ban command is the duration. It's ban name duration, then you put the reason down. The duration, as you can see in the second page of help, at the very bottom, it's just, you put down the first you put down the number for how long you want the duration to be. So let's say you want 5 seconds, you put down the 5, and then you put down the first letter of the duration. So in the case of 5 days and 3 minutes, you see it's 5D3M. And just to make an example off the top of my head, for 8 weeks, 5 seconds, you can put 8W, 5S, and it doesn't matter what order you do it in, you can do it in any order. And that'll put in a duration of 8 weeks, 5 seconds. So let's go back to the first page again, and we'll ban Okul1 for 8 weeks, 5 seconds. So, welcome back, Okul. Oh, just in time. And as you can see, when he joins, it says his status. It's normal. That'll change if he's banned, muted, or frozen. And it says his warning level is 2, which will help you out. Just to see whenever a player comes on, it'll tell all the staff members, hey, this dude's naughty, or just anything. It's kind of like a red light. So, we're going to ban Okul1 for 8 weeks, 5 seconds. And we'll say loves pot too much. And so, as you can see, his warning level just skyrocketed because 8 weeks and 5 seconds is really long. It's mostly the 8 weeks. And that directly, the warning level amount that it increases by is adjustable inside of the configuration file. I detailed how to do that on the Bucket Dev page. And 8 weeks is a pretty long time, and I believe you get something like a few warning points every day that you add on to the duration. So it's very high right now. Dark red is very, very high. And again, that's just for experimental. You can change the level, so 118 is low if you would like to. That's all configurable. And as you can see, it shows his kick from the past. That's still in his record. So, and it automatically shows that to you when you do the punishment. So whenever a staff punishes somebody, they automatically see all their past punishments and their warning level. So could you just comment back on Okul? He's banned, but I just want to show the message. So you see it says that he's banned. And you can change that with the configuration setting to actually not show that message when a banned person tries to join. Or you can use the command, which I'll go over in a bit. So let's go back to FC Bans. And you can ban their IP. Really ban their IP. You probably want to just turn on the multi-accounting setting and not really use the ban IP too much. By default, the anti-multi-accounting setting is on. And basically, whenever you ban a person, if someone else comes on their same IP, then it'll automatically ban that other person. And the same goes for mutes. It'll transfer over. Same for freezes. If you put on the purge all accounts option, which is also a configuration setting, then it'll make it so even if a person isn't banned, if they even log on the same IP, it'll just automatically ban the other account. So there's a lot of really strong multi-accounting settings, but that's more detailed, and that's written out on the Bucket Dev page. So I won't go into that very specifically. The mute command has the same format as the ban command, and you'll notice the freeze command is the same. For the mute command, I'm going to go ahead and do this myself. So I'm going to mute myself. And perm loves pie. So I just muted myself permanently, and if I talk, I can't speak. It's very standard with the mute command. So the thing that makes muting so interesting with my plugin, though, is that you can't place signs when you're muted. So it just prevents people from communicating when they're muted, because a lot of people like to bypass that. Like, I know that there aren't that many that actually block sign placement, like that many plugins that block sign placements, but mine does it, and I think it's very helpful. Right, so I'm going to go ahead and unmute myself. You can see I'm unmuted. I just use mute remove -168, and Oakle's still banned, so I'm going to go ahead and unban him, actually. Didn't forget about you, Oakle. Come back on now. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and check out just the warn command. If you don't feel like kicking, banning, or muting somebody, you can use the warn command. The warn command doesn't do anything, it just adds something to the record, and it'll increase their warning level by a little bit. So you can go ahead and, oh yeah, thank you, you can make it day. So you could go ahead and you could just add a little note onto their account, and you can configure the amount of warning level that they increase. So, for example, I'm going to warn Oka1, I'm going to say he was swearing in chat. And so you see it just puts a warning on him, and it tells you the reason and who gave it. And it's got his past records, and his warning level went up by 1. So that's what it's set at for the default. So we're going to go to the second page now, and we get to see the new awesome and fun command, the freeze command. So basically the freeze command, oh, also could you just flap a little bit, Okle? The freeze command makes it so a player can't move. So actually, could you go ahead and put some flowers down? Yeah. So the freeze command makes it so you can't move, and it'll automatically ground people. So let's say that Oka1 is flying around and we don't like flyers on our server. We're going to permanently ban him, or permanently freeze him. So we're going to say flying on the server as a reason. And you'll see that it automatically grounds him. It goes through flowers and stuff. I'm going to keep making the list more expansive. It goes through a lot of different items. As you can see, I got some things in my inventory. We were just playing around with them. And he's stuck. He can't move anywhere right now. Every half a second, it's teleporting him back to that position. There's nothing he can do about it. So I'm going to go ahead and remove his freeze. Freeze remove Oka1, and you can just go ahead and fly around Oka. Alright, and he's good to go. He's just going to fly away like an angel. Okay, guess not. So, that's pretty much it. We have these 3 other commands, the FC bands global, FC bands auto warn, and FC bands join. There's 3 configuration options. The global one is just basically whenever you punish somebody, it globally announces it. And the join one toggles whenever a player joins and they're banned. Like when I said that you could change it earlier in the video, whenever a player joins and it says status :space banned. If you don't want to see those, you can change that. In the auto warn, I believe that one's specifically for like if a person's muted, then if they say something, then it'll apply a punishment. That's a more complicated configuration setting. I would definitely encourage that you read the front page of the Bucket Dev before you use it, because there's a lot of interesting things you can do with automatically punishing people, and that's something I want to even expand upon some more. Like, for example, if you place a sign down and you're muted, I don't think it does any punishment, but in a future version it probably will. So that's every command pretty much. You could just see that. Oh, I'll do one last thing. As you may have noticed, ban, mute, and freeze, they have a check command. Let me go ahead and just show that real quick. I'm going to go ahead and mute Oka1 permanently. Loves talking too much. And what we do is we just do mute check Oka1. And basically what that just tells you is you know, when they'll be unmuted. It's kind of like the check command, but it's a little bit more simple, because normally you see it doesn't show the warning list. Normally it would show all the warnings if you use the check command, and it'll also include other like unban date and unfreeze date. You'll probably use the check command more, but I just the general check command without mute prefix, but it's just there if you want to have it. So that's pretty much every command for my plugin. I would highly recommend that you check out the front page for help. It's got a lot of cool features and stuff. It's definitely made to empower your server staff, because I'm a server owner and I have a lot of server staff. I have like 8 admins, and sometimes they're not active. You know, they might go away for a few days and they come back. They don't know about people. You know, so with this plugin, they come in and then someone joins the server and then they have like a warning level of 20 or 37 or something, and they're like, whoa, why does this dude have such a high warning level? And then, you know, maybe that dude says, you're a B, or just swears out the admin, and admin's like, wait, you've got 37 warnings from other admins. I'm going to ban you now, because you can't be doing that. That's not right. So this server plugin, this bucket plugin, is to empower server owners. And I hope that this video helps you out to understand it and see what it's really about. So yeah, pick it up, and the link is on the bottom. A lot of people always ask me what my texture pack is, so I'm just going to throw it in here. I use Sphax PureBDCraft, PureBDCraft. Sorry, I can't say that. And yeah, so check it out. All right, thank you very much for watching. I'll see y'all later.